comments. Obviously, disappointing finish there in the second half. Felt like our guys played pretty well in the first half. It was big holding them out of the end zone right there. And then ultimately, second half, we just couldn't get off the field on third down defense. And then offensively, couldn't convert on third down. I think that's kind of where the game was won and lost right there in the second half. So tip your hat to them. But definitely a disappointing finish for our guys that I really felt like we're in a position to go out and play well tonight. And obviously, we didn't do what we needed to do in the second half. So with that, I'll open it up for the questions.
Jeff, you had two kind of borderline calls by the refs, one on the safety in the end zone and then the hold on Kelly's long run. That really changed the momentum of the game. Kind of, did you get any feedback from the refs on the field, kind of what they saw there?
The guys upstairs were pretty emphatic that it was a safety. They were 1,000%. So I really thought it was going to get overturned, but obviously it wasn't. They took a while to look at it, and they thought they saw enough that it came out. So we'll go back and watch it on tape. Yeah, there's no doubt that was a big play. That definitely could change the second half there. But at the end of the day, the next play, it was still second down at the 1, and we gave up a big play. So there's still opportunities there. And then the holding call came at a bad time there. Off a nice run. But, those are things that we've done a better job of this year to this point. And to be able to have some costly penalties there in the second half, I think really hurt us.
Obviously, you guys last week, control the ball. This week, East Carolina controls the ball, and it's kind of the other half. Just obviously not able to get off the field on third and fourth down, but just for them to control the ball in the second half like they did.
Yeah, that was really the difference in the game. And ultimately, it comes back to third down defense. We had a lot of opportunities to get off the field, and you got to give them credit. That quarterback's a really good player, headsy player, knows where to go with the ball. We knew that coming in, and they were able to execute. And at the end of the day, we were not able to execute on third down, and I think that's what led to them being able to keep the ball as much as they did there in the second half.
Was there anything in particular defensively that you saw as being an issue in the game? And they converted, obviously. Maybe a school record fourth down.
Yeah, we knew they were a good defense. We knew they could throw it. We knew they could run it. I felt like in the first half we did a pretty good job in some areas, and the second half they just out executed us. And whenever you can't get off the field on third down, then it makes for a difficult game.
When just one kind of example in the third quarter, Rajay Harris, you guys go with a 3-man front. He gets a 12-yard gain. Next play, you go back to a 4, and he's stuffed for a yard. I know there was a little bit of game situation, 3rd and 10. You all were probably anticipating the pass there. Have you personally think you've seen more success from this team in a 4-down set?
Yeah, there's different times. We've done some good things, getting some pass rush and stuff like that. That was a 3rd and 10. I'll take that every day of the week. If they want to hand it off on 3rd and 10, we'll take our chances wrapping up. And at the end of the day, you got an extra yard. But I think we've definitely mixed it up. I think that's what we need to do. I think if we line up just all 4 down or all 3 down, and a little bit too predictable, that's not in our advantage. So that we mix it up. And sometimes you're going to win. Sometimes we're going to win. But, that was 3rd and 10. Gutsy call by them. They were able to execute it. But, we definitely should have been able to tackle them with our backers behind that 3-man front.
Was there anything particularly you saw in the interceptions that marched through? It seemed like maybe 2 of them, he was a young guy forcing the ball, maybe.
Yeah, the one to Weaver, that's just bad luck. Weaver makes that play. Weaver's out there playing with a beat-up shoulder and giving good effort and all that. The other one, I think it got away with it. I think we had a guy open on the deep one. And we had a guy open, and don't know if the ball slipped out of his hand or he didn't see it, just forced it. But yeah, those turnovers were costly. I think in the first half, they turned the ball over 3 times, and we had 1, and that's why we were ahead. And then the second half, it kind of went the other way and really hurt us.
How'd you feel Travis practice this week?
He practiced very well. I was, first half, he played really well, threw the ball, delivered the ball well. We didn't lose the game because of Trey. Trey had nothing to do with our third down defense at the end of the day. And, getting that situation, a wet game, late in the game, you got to throw it every down. It is what it is. But we're not putting this on Trey. I thought overall, he managed the game really well. But at the end of the day, we weren't able to convert enough third downs. And we'll go back and study that as coaches and figure out what we can do differently to help our guys be in a better position.
How difficult was it going without Evans in corner today? It seemed like that's where they kind of picked at you at times when they needed.
Yeah, we unfortunately we were beat up coming in with Day being out, and TJ wasn't quite 100%, but good enough to go. Matt was banged up too, so we knew we were banged up on the back end, and because of that, they have really good wideouts outside. We had to kind of play some cat and mouse and pick and choose when we wanted to get up there and press and when we wanted to play off. And the quarterback did a good job of kind of figuring that out and understanding when to take the short ones and when to take the long ones, and that's what happens when you play an experienced quarterback like him. But hopefully this 9-day break that we're going to have before the next game will give us a chance to hopefully get all those guys back.
Did Jaren get hurt early in that one? It looked like he might have slipped and twisted his ankle or his knee on the field level.
Yeah, he got banged up a little bit. He was trying to play through some stuff. Hopefully he'll be okay. He was definitely banged up.
Is there anything, I guess, in particular you put your finger on with the offensive execution in the second half? It was like punt, interception.
Yeah, I had to go back and watch the video. We were excited. Felt like we had a really good plan. Obviously, the pick six over there on the ball, that was a big time mistake, and I think that was a big momentum play as well. But we'll go back and kind of watch the video and see. We knew they were going to be an aggressive blitzing defense, and it was going to kind of be a little bit of feast or famine. And you don't want to get in a situation where you're behind and really having to force some things. And that's kind of where we got there in the fourth quarter.
And y'all even on fourth down, four tries on fourth down, obviously rough kicking conditions without a doubt. Just, if you could touch on the aggressiveness that you guys have showed pretty much since the SMU game.
Yeah, I mean, I think where we are, and maybe with not having the success we want to have on defense, we got to be aggressive on offense. And 4th and 1 down there, we knew field goals weren't going to win it. You're in a wet environment, have no idea. Your chances probably a little bit lower. We're going to have to be more aggressive, and that's what we've done. But we'll go back and kind of look at that. I don't know that had any. I know if we would have kicked the field goal, we wouldn't have been in the situation we were in. I felt like we had a really good momentum off that 4th and 1 touchdown, and then the fumble there in the first half. But, ultimately, it comes down to playing better on 1st and 2nd down, so you're in some 3rd and shorts, and not the 3rd and long. We just found ourselves in too many 3rd and longs there in the second half.
Questions from online? Go ahead and unmute your microphone. We'll let you guys just ask them as you got them.
Hey, Coach, could you touch on what you saw from your running backs, specifically in Kelly, that got over the 100-yard mark for the second consecutive game?
Yeah, Kelly's been playing well last couple of weeks. He's been doing a good job. We'd like to we had a few other things we were trying to get to him, and the defense really just didn't allow for some of the other ways to get him the ball. Missed the ball to him there on the flare pass on that one key 3rd down there. But yeah, Kelly's done a good job. I felt like he's playing more confident, and I hate that long run was called back, because that was a really nice run at a critical time.
You mentioned the 3rd down defense not playing well. I think we're 0 for 7 on 3rd down offensively. Was that just a situation of too many 3rd and longs, or what do you attribute that to?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, I think you guys were 0 for 7 on 3rd down offensively. Is that a position of just too many 3rd and longs, or what do you kind of attribute that to?
Well, first thing, I think we were not efficient on 1st and 2nd down. We felt like we had some opportunities for some big passes on 1st and 2nd down, and we took some chances, and we just didn't hit them. And so all of a sudden that puts you in 2nd long, and then you may run the ball, and now it's 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And we just haven't been good enough in those situations this year. And I feel like we were in a lot of those situations there in the second half. And this is not the kind of defense that you want to be in 3rd and long against with their exotic blitz packages and the different variations of coverages and all that. There's a lot of things that they threw at us. And at the end of the day, we felt like we had a good plan, but obviously it wasn't good enough. And we didn't execute when we needed to.
Thank you all. We'll have 2 players.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Coach. That first half, you guys played really well defensively. What was clicking for you there?
Never giving up, pushing through, no matter what happened to us, happened to our offense, no matter what happens, go on the field, and we expect ourselves to produce and to get off the field and leave the least amount of points.
I guess how frustrating was it that they kept converting in the second half and they kind of flipped the script on you a little bit there?
Yeah, it was most definitely it was hard, but the next thing mentality, you gotta keep on fighting, keep on pushing. We can't dwell on the last two.
How hard was it getting the stops? I mean, the footing was probably a little iffy with the weather. It seemed like there were a couple plays where guys kind of maybe couldn't cut the way they'd like to on defense to get back to the ball carrier and stuff like that.
But yeah, myself included, I missed about like 2 tackles because of that. But we knew coming to this game it was gonna be raining, but ain't no excuse. We gotta come every time we're on the field, we gotta produce. Ain't no excuse.
What'd you see on that 4th and 1 play from the goal line that the ball looked like your defensive line just got really, really good push there?
Yeah, I'll give credit to them, the big boys up front. We got some dogs up there. Smart. That's what they got to say. Smart. Kept on fighting. We didn't give up. We believed in each other. We believed in the process.
Was it a safety, you think?
Huh?
You think it was a safety?
Oh, yeah. Back there?
Yeah.
I think it was. I think so.
How difficult was that when you didn't get that call, guys? Then they hit the long pass right after that. Get out of there.
Next play. It is what it is. Everything not going to go your way. But it is what it is. You got to keep on moving on. Football.
How much in a short week do you feel that, obviously you don't have necessarily a ton of time to install game plan and stuff like that. How much is a night like tonight just kind of showcase, what you guys need to do fundamentally and stick it to the basics pretty much?
Can you elaborate?
Just, obviously in a short week, you don't get a game plan a whole lot, but just, how important is sticking to fundamentals in a short week like this because you don't have a lot of time to game plan?
Oh, well, the coaches did a great job getting prepared within a short week. Getting back we had a walkthrough on Sunday. Did a great job on Monday with pattern practice. Tuesday we were locked in mentally. And Wednesday, the team got together and we want to sell, doing all that we can do. And I felt like we were doing good for the most part today. We just didn't come out with it.
What do you guys need to do to get off the field on 3rd and 4th down?
Execute. Only thing I can say, execute. Only thing.
It seems like you guys are a lot better. Just, I guess, how frustrating is it's not showing up, in the final game score. Like, you guys are playing better. You started to win some games. Had some games like this one and the Tulsa game that kind of slipped away in the second half for you guys. Just, I guess, how frustrating is that, knowing that you're close to turning the corner?
It's very frustrating because we know what we can do. We know what type of team that we have. Just to put everything together. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like I said.
Any questions for Dwayne online? Okay, seeing none, we'll let him go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you coming in. I've never quite seen anything like that. Like, on 4th down, 3rd down.
Yeah.
Second half, it's kind of insane. Like, there was one play. They're okay with having this shit set up. Should bring Resco down here.
I thought we could have did it outside.
Out in the field. Well, if they stopped playing the music, then yeah, it was possible at that point. When they were blaring their shitty pirate songs. Jello.
Oh, probably slaw or something like that. They got Bojangles in it.
Not a bad idea. Carolina. It's much better than Carolina. It's like the further you go,
I got it. South Carolina.
South Carolina tends to be the best. Okay, today. CF. What road games is USF?
Tulane using
That's what we've been there before.
UCF?
No, Tulane.
No, I haven't.
It's interesting. It's like a baseball stadium,
Oh,
especially underneath. It reminds me of like every baseball stadium I've ever been in, at a like college baseball stadium. It's like slapped together in the smallest footprint humanly possible.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it's kind of.
They have like their practice field jammed against the side of the stadium. It's pretty funny. Big question for Jaren. Okay. I guess just kind of a tale of two halves for you guys on the offense. Kind of what were you seeing in the second half that where you guys could work converting and moving sticks?
I just feel like we just had some MAs across the board. Some of our guys were banged up. I just felt like we just came out kind of sluggish in the second half, and felt like we just needed to play better bottom line.
You look like you, Joe, the first half, I was standing down on the field. It looked like you might have twisted something, lost your foot. Were you not playing 100% tonight?
Yeah, I was banged up, but I'll be fine. Yeah, I was banged up before, but I'll be fine.
It seemed like you and Kelly, a lot of your runs, second effort or seal blocks on the outside and bouncing it out. Just kind of what were you seeing? Was that part of the game plan going into it?
We were just reading our keys. We came out running inside zone. We had a solid run game in the first half. And we were just making plays like we normally do. We read our keys, and Kelly made guys miss, which he does great. He's very great at open field. Like I said, I love Kelly Joyner as a back, and he just brings a different asset to our team.
You needed a yard on a 4th and 1 there on your 24-yard touchdown. You know, getting 24. Great block by Dono, and I think Beach had another one too. So just take me through that run right there.
Well, the inside zone was hitting a lot, so we will need over. Once they hiked the ball, I seen the hole, and I slipped through it right time, and now it was just a matter of just bursting. And that's really kind of what the main goal. I just seen the end zone, and I just said, just keep running.
Was the mentality in that huddle right beforehand that you was it just to pick up a yard, or were you looking for more? Was there?
We were looking for more. I mean, but at the end of the day, it was 4th and 1, so we wanted to get that 1 yard, and the 24-yard touchdown came with it.
How much did the weather play a factor today? I mean, at least one of the picks came off of like a ball that probably bounced off a guy's hand. Wouldn't have done that in a normal game. And then you guys lost your footing a few times on some runs.
I mean, that's just the nature of the game. You can't control the weather, so we just had to play and adjust. And I mean, slippery ball slipped out a couple of our receivers' hands, and they bounced in there. And so, really nothing you could do about that.
I feel East Carolina might have taken away some of those inside runs in the second half.
I felt they came out playing a bit better. I still feel like with ourselves, we could have done a lot more. Like I said, just little mistakes here and there, and that's really kind of it.
Was there anything on third down that you were seeing in the second half that wasn't working for you guys?
Not really. I like us a lot. Even if it's third and short, no short yardage situation, I always like us. And that's really just kind of what it came down to. Once again, like just MAs, we just got to clean up certain stuff, and we're gonna get back to work, especially with the short week, with a lot of fast-paced things, a lot of new learning the game plan in a short amount of time. And first half it came out, guns blazing, and just second half, we just kind of had a lot of mental mistakes.
You guys get 9 days before you line it up next Saturday against Houston. Do you kind of use this as a mini bye week of sorts to get healthy?
Yes. I feel like our team's a little bit banged up, but we're fine overall. So we're just gonna use this week to get better, as we use every week to get better. So I mean, it's no different than any other week. So.
Any questions for Jaren online?
Yeah, I've got one. But you guys have said before that you feel like you're really close to a breakthrough. Now, after tonight, how close do you feel like that breakthrough is still?
Like I said last week, I feel like we had a great game. This week we came out blazing in the first half, like I said, and it was just a lot of mental errors. Like I said, we just got to clean those up. And I just feel like we're on the brink of breaking through.